Well, it's December in Starbuck, Minnesota today on the No Shortcuts Challenge. We're $3 million in debt trying to work our way through hard economy to pay that off in this playthrough. Overnight, our bills were $21,000 and we just made $33,000 from this first load of wood chips today to really make a dent into the money that we need to get through the next calendar year. We're going to be making a few adjustments to the animals on the farm to really maximize our income. And we talked about it last episode a little bit. The cattle, we have a mixture of cattle, and some of them aren't even dairy cattle. We're not really making a decent amount of money off of beef cattle in this game because we don't have a beef production, and that would cost a lot of money. So we're gonna sell those ones. There's some that are in a good price. The limousine, I guess is how you say it, and we do have a few Angus. We're gonna get rid of them, even the babies. And we're going to make sure the ones that we're reproducing are just going to be dairy cattle. And that'll be one of the first adjustments we make. We're going to take a look at the sheep. We have the ability to make a lot of feed, and we don't have a ton of sheep. So we're not making a ton of money off of wool. So we have to really balance out, is it even worth it? And if it isn't, then we need to get rid of them. I think my plan here is to do just 2 more loads this year. I'm going to do those off camera because it's just tedious and I want to get to some farming and the other things. The other thing I did kind of think through, I thought that was a tractor. There's a cement truck. We're going to keep the pond. The pond needs to be there. It's for the seasonal runoff, and I assume that they put this pond here because of the way the water was being, flowing on the field, and it would just be easier to harvest. I don't think it's really going to change our financial state much. But we're going to get busy here in the background and get the rest of this wood chipping done, and just been, cutting them down into sizes that we can pick up and doing it that way. It seems to be the most efficient way for me because I'm just not good at the grapples. Want to just kind of baby step this, and probably need to move this setup at this point because that's taking a little bit to run that far. But let's get this back on and activated. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. And prices should be slowly going up throughout the day too, so we should be seeing a little bit more money as time passes. Hopefully this will be like 35,000 this time. Yeah, about the same. That's all right. We're up to 135. We do have some grain that we're going to be selling in December as well. And I think it's wheat, if I remember right. It's either wheat or barley. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit. I think it was about $230,000 is what we're hoping for. And I'll redo that calculation, but it'd be nice to just have that sitting in the account and know that the bills are going to get paid. And just some small expenses throughout the year we'll have to get. And then anything above that, we'll be looking at making, some improvements to our equipment and possibly picking up another field. We're going to take a look at that as well today, see if there's fields that are... The only condition I really set for that is I don't want to lease a field that's already planted. I want to, I don't know if that would be a realistic thing to take over a field that's, has a crop growing on it. So that's why we're going to roll that way with that. But do another load here. I think I might do 2 more. This is going a little bit quicker than I thought it would. Yeah, I think to give us a better start financially to year 3, I think we are going to do 1 more load and then we'll get to the rest of the video. But here's the next one coming in. A little slow start today. We are going to get to some farm work. We're going to get to prepping everything for spring. Up to 169 now. Not going up too quick for us, but a little bit more money on that load. You can see we're not really eating into this much here. We still have all the way down there. So I am debating... Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm debating going with this sawmill. And it would produce wood chips for us. It would produce everything we need. And be a lot faster than the sawmill we have. And we would just need to clear out a little bit more of an area. I mean, or we could go... Areas restricted. Overlaps objects. We could just fight that. Like, we could just go right here with it. And let's double check our area of the map and make sure like all of this is ours. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it makes no sense not to do that, in my opinion. Yeah, let's go ahead, and I might do 2 more loads of the other just to balance out this money we're about to spend. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. Let's make sure we're not going on trees though. We'll go right there. That would allow us to sell this and get $25,000 back. So this really only cost us about $125. All right, let's do a couple more loads. I think that's a wise decision. A couple more loads, then we'll get that. Well, I bet I could just get this up into production real fast, so it's going already. That's under 200. What is this even gonna give us? Ah, All right, we'll fall this one right here. Fell it. All right, so that that tree. Why? I'm right here. Should be enough to get that started. Let's go ahead and activate all of these. And yeah, we'll get wood chips on this. We'll get wood beams, planks long, and planks. We just won't get the prefab walls, which is okay. And I'm gonna fix the terrain a little bit here because I placed it the way I did. Oh, we just gotta lower it a little bit. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Because that just looks terrible. There we go. And we did lose a little area where we're cutting grass, but I don't think it's making enough money to justify keeping it. And while we're thinking about it, let's head over here. We're gonna just smooth this out a little bit as well because I don't want to deal with it. All right, get back to being busy. I think this is a wise decision though. Okay, another load here. Get us close to 70,000, maybe 75,000 here, and then we will finish off with just one more, and then get to some more other tasks today. Yeah, 76. All right, cruising along. Overall, I think this is a good plan. We've used, a lease to finance, making enough money to make, a sawmill. Well, the trees on the other field right over there, we'll slowly cut those down and move them into the sawmill. There's no reason to make them wood chips. We know we can't. We're going to sell them, but now that we have a bigger sawmill, I think it would make sense to do that instead. Let's go after... Ooh, that's a big boy. That'll go to the sawmill. Yeah, we'll go after this one. So it should just need to be 3 more of these long pole pine, and I should have another load. Just a little tedious and worth it for one time to get us in a much better financial state, Yep. See you guys on the other side. The one thing we do know is we have over $100,000 in soybeans that we'll be getting in June. So we really need to just have enough money to get through until June, and I think with this load and the grain we're going to sell, we're definitely going to, and I think I want to look into an upgrade for tillage. I think our planter, we'll probably be doing a lot of seeding this year, so I think the seeder's good enough. And I do also want to double check to see if that one is a no-till, because if it is, then we won't worry about the tillage. We did that one field, but we had a worker take care of it, but I was kind of thinking that might have been a waste of time. Blown stop sign there. Good thing we didn't get hit. All right, so we'll get this parked, we'll get that lease turned in, and we'll get to moving around some milk, and then we're gonna have to lease an animal trailer to get some of those cows sold, which should be, I think we're gonna get around 10 grand for that too, so hopefully the lease isn't too expensive. But we are gonna park over here because we're gonna start prepping for selling the wheat, and we'll keep a little bit for the chickens. They're going to need some today as well. All right, let's take a look at that while we're in here. It's above peak price. So we are, oh no, that's wheat. That is wheat. We have a bunch of barley, which is at peak price. So let's go ahead and get a load of the barley going. We'll keep the wheat for the chickens. And where are we going with that? The grain mill, let's tag it. Yeah, might as well do that now since the price is good. Just across the way. Oh, perfect. I was worried about a bunch of trips with this thing, but yeah, 40,000 at a time. So it'll be a handful of trips, and we'll get to see that dollar amount pretty quick before we sell the non-dairy cattle. And boy, this thing needs some more torque. I'm going to look to see if there's an upgrade that we can do to it. If not, we might work on swapping out the semi this year as well. I think the wool would be good to sell in around April or May. That'll be more money coming in. That's only like 7 grand right now. So not a huge payday. Oh, there we go. I was like, where do we go? We're just going to dump it in the ground here. The magic of Farbead Simulator. All right, that's going to be about 16,000 per load there. Almost 17. Another load there. There's so many loads. I'm just going to rejoin you guys when we're done. We have like over 300,000 liters of barley, and we are doing this shortcut because boy, it's going to be about 10 trips. All right, coming in here for the last load, and we're up to 243, so we're sitting pretty. This plan's working out perfect. It's going to really escalate our plans here and our progress really. And I'm thinking through. I think we made about 50 to 60,000 a month on those sawmills on easy economy. So if we're making close to 20 a month on hard, like that alone is really going to free us up. And the good thing is with this balance we have right now, we're going to be able to make sure we're selling things at peak price when it comes to the sawmill. Like if we have a low month, I know a lot right now it seems like that doesn't fluctuate a ton, but we'll be able to keep an eye on that a little bit better and make better decisions and really maximize the income from the lumber. And I think that's going to be really key, but We also, I'm debating getting a fabric factory, the cheap one. I just don't know if we'll go through all of the wool, but like that's the one production that I do remember other than the sawmill that's really helps you financially. We're sitting at 250 and we still got some more things to make money off of. This is awesome. And I did take a peek. We're like pretty close to already having a plank too. So the way that's producing is really like, that's game changing for us. I don't know why I didn't think about this right away. While I am thinking about it, let's go ahead and grab about, whoops, wanted to stop that a little sooner. About that much wheat. Go drop this off for the chickens. And then we're going to go lease a trailer and try to, oh, we have some lettuce too. Yeah, we got a lot going on now. Some eggs to sell. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this all of a sudden. Really good. Wise decisions, I think. We'll drop what fits, take the rest. Oh, it all did fit. So how much more? We could put a little bit more, but 7,000 is going to last them a while. We're good. We're good. All right, time to get this lease returned, and we are going to pick up a trailer we can pull with this just to save a little bit of money. It'll take a couple more trips, but we're so close to the animal dealer. I think that's where we'll be selling the cattle that I think it'll make sense. All right, we'll get this returned. Saw this nice thing where you could sort this way, even though it's not working. Why would it not work? Oh, we got to scroll up. Yeah, and then we could find our leases right away. All right. Now, we want to hop in the store. We are going to grab this one. It can take, looks like 6 at a time, and only costs us $1,200. Get that hooked up. Go grab some of our Angus and limousine. All right, get that connected, and looks like there are hoses to connect as well. And let's go sell some cattle. Would be nice to get to 300,000. I don't know if we will. It's getting pretty late here. 4:30 already. It's getting dark. Should say it's getting dark. It's not really getting late. And just kind of cruise up here. We might have to back in. All right, so we want to grab these two, move the trailer. And these two, move the trailer. Oh, it'd only be a couple trips here. And then we'll grab these two as well. Nice, yeah, so I think it would have been a mistake to buy the other one. All right, so we want to go to this menu and... So, oh yeah, 4,000 right there. 5,000 on that one. And another 4,000 here, getting us up to 263. And then we have 2 more to sell. So we'll get up to about 270 almost. 267. What? No more animals to sell? Oh. I'm being silly. All right, I'll move these ones. And then like none of these, like they're maxed out, but yeah, I think that makes sense. So I do see you do make more money selling these ones than you would the dairy ones. So it does make sense, but it's just not, I don't think that's the business model we want to go with. Yeah, and if you're new to the channel, we don't have a lot of episodes this way. It seems like this time of year we do a lot of selling. You know, in every other episode throughout the year will be more farming, so we'll see. We still have a lot to do, so we'll see what we get to, but I do want to do some field prep today. And come in here and get these last 2 sold. Another 5,000 for those ones. Okay. So yeah, 269. We will see a decent amount of money drop in the morning, but that's the way it goes. When our loan payment comes out and the leasing of the field, which is about 500 bucks almost. All right, we did jump to the next morning. That's it. So, I mean, I feel like they were producing milk then. If that's all we're going to get, I guess we're towards the end of the day, but we'll go sell this. We'll start selling everything else of our fine goods that we need to get sold today. And look at everything else. But yeah, you see the money is down to 249,000 after that payment came out, but a lot less stressful than it's been in the past. And a cool little $1,000 for our milk today. And spending a little bit of time refilling the greenhouse. And not a full day from the sawmill, but we do have 2,000 wood beams, we have 3,000 long planks, and we have 4,000 planks, 8,000 lettuce, and 3,500 eggs to sell right now. One thing I'm definitely going to be looking at is paying attention to the used market for a telehandler, because I do want to swap out one of the tractors for that, and probably the John Deere with the front loader. I just find to enjoy, I like those. I like that piece of equipment. So that's something that'll help us with loading pallets a lot better. I feel like I'm pretty good with that, and we can get back to just showing a little bit of that on camera. Let's go ahead and unstrap. I'm not sure where this stuff's going to sell, but yes. back up to 283. That's the highest we've been today. So we've made more money than our payment was last month. And that is thrilling. That is thrilling. So we can finally get to some farming. Well, kind of. We got to get to some field planning. So heading out here just to kind of use the menus to help us out. We have planned on, this is field number 1. So we just had soybeans, so we need sorghum. And sorghum's going to be with the planter that is not a no-till planter. So let's look at some cultivators in our mod pack here. Yeah, they're all pretty pricey, except for these ones. But we don't have the horsepower to pull these off, I don't think. But we have a tiny little, let's do some evaluations here. What we're using right now is 4.5 meters, and it's worth $28,000. So that's something to keep in mind. This K brand here for $50,000 gives us a lot bigger width, and we could handle it. So I think that's what we'll do. We're going to find the John Deere because I'm not sure where it is. I think it is hooked up to that disc. So we'll get that sold and get that cultivator going. I mean, that's a nice upgrade to start with, and it'll only cost us about $22,000. Yeah, it's way out there. Okay. And it has the implement we need. This field is so huge. What are we doing in this field? This is field number 4. So field number 4, we just had barley. We're planning on doing oats, which we didn't need to do all of this tillage, but that's okay. We'll get that planted in spring. So we're going to plant sorghum and oats in spring, and then we need to get our alfalfa field going, and we need to check on the other field and make sure we don't need to do anything with weeds. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I am excited to get rid of this thing. All right, let's get this sold and buy a new piece of equipment. Come in here, we'll do a little repair. It's worth $31,000 right now. We're going to bump it up to 32. We're not going to repaint it. Not really worth it. Let's get it sold. Oh, it's only going to cost us about $18,000 for this new one. That's pretty nice. And one more bump up. Yeah, the horsepower is going to become an issue. 89,000 here. Yeah, I think the K brand will go with it. I think it'll be the best thing for us. All right, let's get it hooked up. No PTO on this, just hoses. Love the Christmas decorations in town. Snowmen. We got some snowmen with pumpkins too. And just checking on the sawmill, we still have 12,000, so we will need to cut a couple more of these trees down and get them over there later today. And we'll need to get a stump grinder leased at some point if we decide to expand this field. I don't think we will. I think we'll want to cut it for hay and feed for the goats, not the goats, they're sheep and the cattle. But yeah, we are gonna cultivate over this field, and we didn't really treat it last time, so it's not going to be a huge loss, especially with the way the economy is in this game, in hard economy. Let's make sure we have, yeah, allow fields, and I think I have the mod enabled that will go ahead and create a field here for us. Yeah, it is. You can see it to the left already. It should be able to with the cultivator. Perfect. Then we'll lock back in here. Get that this field extended finally, that we've been talking about pretty much since the first episode, I think. But since we are enabled fields, we can kind of like shut that off now and just cultivate until we get back over there, so we don't go too far. And really, I think just want to fill in that middle, and then we can do the rest without having to worry about fields being enabled. I'll do one more pass this way, then we'll go up to the top of the field. Yeah, feeling much better about this playthrough now. We've done good. We've done good. I should have checked the used market before I bought this. We got to get a little bit better about that. But let's get focused. Let's get this done. All right, this should regenerate now as a single field, and it didn't. It didn't. Go ahead and go here. Turn that on. I think we might have to drop the implement. I have a worker going right now. Switch it back over. Yeah, it's not. All right, so let's try that. Go ahead and detach the hoses, drop that, reconnect it, and now try to make it a field. There we go. Yeah, this width is, you know, it didn't double the width, but I think the working speed is faster as well. And will just absolutely help us get things done quicker. And especially when we have to cultivate that entire field back there next. But I think I'll get this one done, then we'll probably put it on a worker behind us, and we're gonna look at fields. I'm gonna look at this one right in front of us, but then also we do need to check on the field that we're leasing. We'll get to that. But I think one more field for this year would be good. Another spring crop, maybe find one that could be compatible with corn. Would be nice. Well, I think this implement was worth buying. It's not necessarily the size of equipment we're going to want long term on this farm, but it's a step in the right direction. You know, a little bit more horsepower on the tractors would be nice as well, though this one, is it 400? Is it 410? So, you know, money is the thing, though. I think this was the right baby step. We're going to get this back over onto what was the soybean field and start getting that ready for the crop, the sorghum crop. But I'm going to then take a look at our leased field next and try to find one more to lease as well. We'll get the soil sample. I think we're going to lease an Icera Pro next episode and get the soil sample going on this, and probably whatever field we're going to lease, we're going to need to do that on as well. Oh, there's a stop sign. But we'll get this going and should be able to jump in the side-by-side to cruise around and take a look at some fields. Yeah, lime on every field as well. And we still have February and March before we get into planting season. All right, away they go. Let's go head out to that leased field first. Make good work, worker. Get it done. And I did want to kind of cruise up here and see if that softening that we did of the field was good enough. It looks like it should. A little lump there, but I think that'll be much better next time we harvest. Yeah, and looking at the clock on the bottom left, it looks like it's going to be 1 hour and 36 minutes for that field to get its tillage done. Yeah, we'll look at this field to the right. It would be ideal to have them all in the same area, but there's also this field. Oh, it's already planted to the left, and then the one in front of us is planted as well. So yeah, this is the one we're leasing right here. Hopping out, taking a look. It looks like it's good. I don't see weeds. The wheat's growing good in here. Yeah, it's a good size field. This is going to be a decent amount of income here, so that's good. Yeah, let's go back and look at that other field behind us. Nothing in the ground yet, right? Yep. But it would be nice to just take this over from Walter. Corn and parsnip. So let's set that up on crop rotation and take a look at things here. Add a rotation. We'll call it 3, and we'll do that plus corn. Gives us where we are right now. Wheat wouldn't be terrible. Barley would be pretty good. Oats wouldn't be bad either. Corn still would give us 100%. Soybeans would be 110. So I think we do this field. I think that will be our next purchase here. We'll go ahead and lease that. It's only going to be 180 a month. And not the biggest field. Let's head to number 8. The lease would be another 240. Let's take a look at that one too. But I think this is about what we want to do field-wise. But I do want to take a look at this just in case it's tempting. Looks like it's in a plowed state. Okay, let's go to this next one over here. Yeah, it's too bad these ones are already planted. This is a good sized field here too, and the terrain would be fun. What do they got growing here? It's pretty tall already. Oh, there goes the colors coming in. This is some alfalfa. Nice. Yeah, over here, cultivated state as well. Sorghum, barley. So yeah, I think we'll hold pat with what we have. Yeah, I think this is a good time to say goodbye. Pretty productive episode. We'll get, I'm excited to get to spring and we get some lime down. get the seeder out and the planter, so we'll have to use both in spring. And keep making progress. We'll get some more trees cut down off camera, make sure the sawmill is full while I'm waiting for that cultivation to be done. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next one.